everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be solving Class 6 question paper set A NSO 2021 to 22. In the first question, we have to select a letter number pair from the given options to replace the question mark and complete the series. Here, the alphabet represents their order in the alphabetical series. Also, 1 minus 4 is 3, 4 minus 9 is 5, and 9 minus 16 is 7. This is the order of the odd numbers. B is the answer. Mobile phones and washing machines are electronic, so they go inside the electronic circle. Here B, C and F are all adjacent, but here it says C and B are opposite. Here it also says C and B are opposite, so we can rule out A and B. Here they say B and F are opposites, but we see that they are adjacent, so C is not the answer. B, C and F are all adjacent in the net D, so D is the answer. 16 minus 11 is 5 and 34 minus 29 is also 5. E is the fifth letter of the alphabet. 17 minus 9 is 8 and 24 minus 16 is also 8. H is the eighth letter of the alphabet. 18 minus 8 is 10 and 45 minus 35 is also 10. So J is the 10th letter of the alphabet and it is the answer. A is the correct water image of the given figure. For questions like these, we always have to solve them backwards. So, daughter of my father's brother. So, my father's brother would be my uncle and the daughter of my father's brother would be my cousin. Here, 1, 5 and 9 are all 3 by 4. 2, 4 and 6 are all 2 by 4 in shaded area. 3, 7 and 8 is one smaller figure inside another bigger figure. So D is the answer. Here we replace the letters with the symbols they denote and solve it according to D mass rule. We get the answer as 62, which is C option. Here there is one rectangle on one of the sides. When we unfold it, we will get 4 rectangles on each of the sides. Here the corners are cut for both the sides, so the other 2 sides will also be cut. Shreya is facing southwest. If she wants to go to her friend's house, she has to turn 135 degrees in clockwise direction. So, since this is 180 degrees and this is 90 degrees, this has to be 135 degrees. She will be facing north now. This is a parallel circuit. The energy will flow normally from the cell into the bulb number 1 and then when it's flowing to 2 and 3, the switch will be opened so 2 and 3 will not glow. The SI unit of length is meter. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions, each called centimeters. Each division can be further divided into 10 equal divisions, each called millimeters, and can be used to measure shorter lengths. D is the answer. 13th question. It is a camera with a single lens. This is false. Pinhole camera does not have any lens. It produces an upside down image of an object. This is true. A pinhole camera always produces an inverted image of an object. It does not have a screen. This is false. Pinhole camera cannot work without the screen. The screen is translucent. It works because light travels in a straight line. This is correct. It works because of the rectilinear propagation of light. It forms virtual and colorless shadow of objects. This is wrong, as pinhole camera forms real and colorful images of objects. B is the answer. Find the length of the cotton thread. Here the length of the cotton thread will be 12.2, as 14.2 minus 2 will give us 12.2. As the cotton thread is wrapped around the pencil 6 times, we have to divide it by 6. We'll get 2.03 as the answer. Here, the part 1 is a glass that is used to make the light from a torch cover a larger distance. This is false. 2 makes or breaks a circuit, as it is the switch. This is true. The cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy, so we get light. This is false. 4 is the spring that makes contact with the switch. 5 is the external cover of the torch and it protects the torch from any external damage. And 6 is the bulb that glows when the circuit is complete. B is the answer. When the ball is at its highest point, its speed becomes 0. So the kinetic energy of the ball is 0 at its highest point. It has only potential energy due to its height. Here in question 17, we know that two opposite poles of a magnet attract. So y should be a south pole for them to attract. X and Z will be north poles, as two like poles cannot be next to each other. P turns clockwise, R should be turning anti-clockwise, and when R turns anti-clockwise, Q and S should both be turning clockwise. But here Q is marked incorrectly, as it is marked to be turning anti-clockwise. Here force should be applied at point 4 so that the rod so the large stone can be raised easily. Electrical current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal of the electrical cell. This is true. The electric current flows only when the switch is on position. This is true, as the circuit will only be complete when the switch is on position. The bulb will not glow if the wire X is made up of copper. This is false, as copper is a good conductor of electricity and the circuit will work well if it is made out of copper. When the switch is on position, the circuit is considered to be incomplete. False. All the substances listed in group 1 float on water. This is true. All these substances are less denser than water and they float on water. All the substances listed in group 2 are soluble in water. This is false, as chalk powder is not soluble in water. Rusting of iron is chemical and irreversible change. Expansion of metal rim is physical and reversible change. Sharpening of pencil is physical and irreversible change. Cooking of food is chemical and irreversible change. B is the answer. In question 23, carbon dioxide is a compound, whereas carbon and mercury are elements. Smoke and soil are considered as heterogeneous mixtures because they do not possess uniform composition. Water and diamond are pure substances and not mixtures. Substance Substance too is magnetic in nature, hence it can be separated by the method of magnetic separation, leaving behind substance 1 and 3 in the mixture. Since substance 3 is insoluble in water, it can be removed from the mixture by addition of water followed by filtration. Process Q takes place when the ice cream melts. This is true. This process is called melting. Process R takes place when LPG cylinders are filled. This is true as LPG means liquid petroleum gas. Naphthalene balls get reduced in size due to process T. The process T represents the conversion of the substance present in gaseous state Z into solid state X into solid state. Naphthalene balls are solid balls which get reduced in size due to the process U and not process 3 T. The process U represents the direct conversion of solid into gas. Okay. Metals are non-brittle substances which can easily conduct heat and electricity, so they can be P. Glass is a brittle material which does not conduct heat and electricity and allows light to completely pass through it. Transparent. Ceramics are brittle and do not allow light to pass through them as they are opaque. Besides, they melt at a very high temperature. Plastics are insulators, flexible and non-brittle. 1 is the freezing of ice cream, 2 is the ripening of fruits, and 3 is the burning of the candle. The change in the physical state of the wax represents the physical change and the burning of wax in the presence of atmospheric oxygen to produce new substances like carbon dioxide. Heat and light depicts the chemical change. Rubber band is elastic, opaque, and non-edible. Cooking oil is liquid, inflammable, and edible. Matchstick is hard, it floats on water, and it is inflammable. Flowchart, it can be concluded that X and Z are solids and Y is a liquid. Z is obtained as a residue on filtration, which means Z is an insoluble solid, while X passes into the filtrate, means X is a solid which is soluble in water, which is Y. Therefore, X, Y, and Z are sugar, water, and sand respectively. L is a rich source of iodine, seafood, and M is a rich source of phosphorus, which is meat. Anemia is a disease in which the body cells do not get sufficient oxygen. In the given group 1, turnip and radish are modified root, whereas turmeric is a modified stem. In group 2, ginger and garlic are modified stems, but carrot is a modified root. In group 3, spinach and lettuce are leaves, whereas clove is a bud. In group 4, guava and peach are fruits, while coriander is a leaf. By replacing clove of group 3 with coriander of group 4, we make all options of group 3 correct, as in spinach, lettuce, and coriander leaves are eaten as food. Jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. It is cultivated during the rainy season. In India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Jute plant is harvested when it is at flowering stage. Wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep and some other animals. Like some other Wool is obtained from fleece of sheep and some other animals like goat, yak, rabbit, etc. Cotton is obtained from Gossypium hircitium. Here, this can be unscrambled as evaporation and this is precipitation. This is known as infiltration and this is unscrambled as condensation. The process of seeping of water into the ground is infiltration, so C is the answer. There are 7 cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic vertebrae, 5 lumbar vertebrae, 5 sacral vertebrae, and 4 caudal vertebrae. A is the answer. All of these are needed for a fish to swim in underwater. Presence of strong muscles. This is needed for the fish as it helps the fish move its fins. The presence of swim bladder. This is needed as it is an empty air sac which helps the fish swim in water. Presence of paired and unpaired fins. They help to propel the fish forward in the water and helps it to swim. P is the precipitation, Q is the condensation, R is the transpiration, and S is the evaporation. Remember, transpiration is when water is evaporating from the leaves of the plants of the trees. 9. According to the given flow chart, P is not a gaseous component of air. Hence, it could be dust particles, etc. Dust particles are not important for water cycle in nature. Burning of fuel produces carbon dioxide. Plants and animals breathe in oxygen, and the major part of air that does not support burning is nitrogen. Fine hair mucus are present inside the nose to prevent dust particles from getting into the respiratory system. B is the answer. Here, pumpkin is a creeper and it has a weak stem that cannot stand upright, so it grows along the ground. Y is a climber. P is a climber, so it takes the support of surrounding appliances and climbs up. Weaving is done by machine while knitting is done by hands only. This is false. Weaving can also be done by hand. Weaving uses one yarn while knitting uses 2 sets of yarn. This is actually the other way around. Weaving uses 2 sets of yarn and knitting uses only one. Weaving is done for silk while knitting is done for wool. This is also incorrect. Weaving can also be done for cotton and many more. In option B, slate and marble are metamorphic rocks while limestone is a sedimentary rock. In option A, sandstone, shale and conglomerate are sedimentary rocks. In option C, pumice, granite and obsidian are igneous rocks. Option D, quartzite, gneiss and slate are metamorphic rocks. P, Q and R refers to smooth muscle, skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle respectively. Cardiac muscles are found in our heart. They are involuntary muscles and work throughout our lifetime without getting fatigued. According to the given experimental setup, when copper sulfate solution and caustic soda are added to material X and shaked properly, then the color of the mixture changes to violet, which means material X contains protein, hence it can be pulses. Wheat flour is rich in carbohydrates and oil and butter are rich in fats. In question 46, B is the answer. Maximum brightness will be in case 1 as cells are connected in series and only one bulb is present. Bulbs connected as shown in 4 will have less brightness as compared to be connected in 1. The circuits shown in 2 and 3 will have more brightness because only one bulb is connected. So the correct order of brightness in increasing order is 2, 3, 4, 1. Of state in 47b is the answer. Change and dissolving of sugar in water is a reversible physical change. P could be vitamin B complex or vitamin C, and Q could be vitamin A, D, E, or K. Vitamin C keeps the gums healthy, while vitamin D keeps our bones and teeth strong. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy, and vitamin K deficiency causes prolonged bleeding, as vitamin K helps in clotting of blood. Coir is a fruit fiber, hemp is a bast fiber, and sisal is a leaf fiber. According to the given graph, Y has the maximum rate of decomposition. Hence, it can be a vegetable peel. Decomposition rate of X is lesser than Y, so X can be jute bag. Material Z does not decompose at all, so it can be plastic bottle which is non-biodegradable. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share this video.